Hello and welcome to Moonlighter. This is a delightful roguelike game and one of the few ones that I actually really enjoy. And what you do in this game is that you are a merchant who sells their wares, but during the night you're an adventurer exploring dungeons and trying to get more artifacts for your shop. If you die in the dungeon, you lose whatever you have collected, and you get thrown out of the dungeon with very few things on you. Like, the only things you keep are what you actually have on your person and your equipment, from what I understand. The game's premise is to explore the dungeons and open the fifth door of the dungeons. So it's nighttime at the moment, so let's go and actually start exploring the dungeon. I've only unlocked the first dungeon. I've seen some of the second dungeon, but I don't know how to actually unlock it. The game recommends a controller, but you can also use a keyboard and mouse. I've not tried the keyboard and mouse, but the controls are very simple. You attack with A, and you can use the secondary action with X. You switch weapons with LB, or the left button, or left bumper, and you can have an assortment of different weapons. I've chosen the bow and the short sword. You can also do a dodge roll, and you can use the right trigger to heal as long as you have equipped a potion here. Also, some of the icons are missing if you actually upgrade the armor or weapons. I am not entirely sure why, but that's probably going to get fixed in the future. So, while you're in the dungeons, you can't escape. However, you at some point get this merchant pendant very early in the game where you can pay gold to escape the dungeon. So always make sure that you have enough gold to escape. So you go through the dungeon, you go to various rooms, defeat the enemies, and you collect their loot. Sometimes there is a chest in the rooms which requires you to defeat all the enemies, even sometimes within a time limit before the chest disappears in a puddle of slime or something. And every single type of enemy is different. Like, you have these golems, they hit really hard, but they're very slow. Then you have these pots that shoot water at you. You also have these artifacts, which must follow certain rules. Like, the artifact must be placed to the left or right of the bag, or the top and the bottom. It will destroy an artifact in this direction once you leave the town. Oh. Okay, so I found the entrance to the forest dungeon. So I can actually explore that, so we can actually have some new experiences for both me and you. However, I want to actually collect as much as possible from the first floor, mainly because the first floor is so small. But there is actually a time limit on you. if you take too long to complete a floor, a monster will appear that you cannot kill, and it will chase you throughout the whole dungeon until you get to the next floor. Also, you have these locations where you get some lore about the place, and they also hint about the monster. You cannot kill that specific monster, but it can kill you in one hit. And you will actually get an indicator on the screen when the monster is on the hunt for you. Oh. So. Okay, you saw that it sparkled in the ground here, which means that it's safe for me to fall down. And here's a challenge. So, we'll open the challenge. Oh. There we go. I wonder if I can actually... Okay, I can actually upgrade the chest to it, so that's cool. That's a silver chest, so if I do it again, it should become a gold one. I wonder, can I actually upgrade it once more? Yes, I can. So what happens now? I really do not know how to deal with those spike dudes. Okay, so this is the highest tier we can get. So what do I get? Oh, wow. I might actually just... Okay, so what I want is, because these are useless, I want this to become there. What's something that is worthwhile to keep? Which would be these. If I can get as many cursed items out of my inventory as possible, that would be nice. Go. And some of these items are really valuable, so I won't actually... So each of these curses have different effects. This one will make this item become this, and the quantity is always honored. So if you have 10 and the max item you can, max of this item you can have is 5, you get 5 copies. which is really nice. So I want to get that one. I want to get that. I want that, and I want that. And I think I actually will escape with this because this is really good loot. So, and this is a mirror that you can get, which will convert a item into actual money. Handy if you actually need to get rid of some items. So, if I hold B, I can teleport out of the dungeon. Because there was nothing really more for me to actually get there. But the amount of loot we just got was really good. So now I can show you some of the shop aspects. You can also go to this notice board to upgrade a town or your shop with different upgrades, like more storage or get more people to the town, which will benefit you in the way that they become merchants that you can then buy and upgrade gear from. So if you go into the shop, you start with a very small shop which just has these 4 tables to put things on. So what I want to do is that I want to sell these, and I want to sell those. I have never sold Golem Designs 2, so I want to see about where on the price they are. So they're over 1,500. Or they are 1,500. So a good way for me to test is with that and remove one to maximize profits so I can actually see. And I would also like to sell those. And I would like to sell those and that. These do look similar, but they are actually 2 completely different ones. And I would like to sell those. And you have storage here, where you can actually keep extras that you want to keep. So I would like to keep those and those and that. Everything else here I can actually sell throughout the day. I also have some fabric. I'm not sure if I actually need I need to have 10. So I have empowering crystals for upgrading. How many whetstones do I have? I have more than enough whetstones, but they're really not worth selling at all. I could put them in the bargain bin, which auto sells them. There we go. So now it's time to open the shop. So throughout the day now, people will come in and they will look at the items or just look around and then buy items or will just leave. And you want to make them happy, because that way you know that you have the perfect price. Oh. Okay, so the popularity on that is going down, so I may as well just adjust the price to 60. Okay, so the second golem design had the perfect price. I want to put that there, and I want to put that there. You need to also keep a look at the green box in the top right, which will tell you if the item is having normal sales value or is going down in price or up in demand. And sometimes it can be really tricky to actually price the items correctly. There we go. Okay, so... Okay, I was not fast enough. You can actually adjust the prices just before they pick them up. So 60 was way too little to ask for them. But I'm making a lot of money now because what I got from that dungeon was actually really good. I want to also show you the boss fight, although my weapons for the first boss fight is a bit too strong. So now I sold everything, I have nothing more to sell, so I can just close the shop. And this is how much I made throughout the day. That is actually quite a lot. So, what I could do now is that I could upgrade something, or I could look into... So what my equipment actually currently is a iron chest plate, some steel boots, and a fabric headband. However, I think it's better to just stay with one type. However, the steel armor is so heavy that it will slow you down quite a lot. So I can make potions, or I can do enchantments. And enchantments will increase my defense or my damage. So I'm not really sure what I want to do. I want to enchant that, mainly because I could. And you can only enchant armor once. It seems like, well, you can enchant weapons 3 times. So now we can head to the dungeons again. So hopefully we can either get to the first dungeon, or I can actually get to the next floor. So if I actually find the... If I find the pool right before the boss, I will actually just jump into it. Or not jump into it, well... Speaking of, I'll just go to the next floor. Okay, so I want that. I would like that. I do not need a whetstone. I do not need that. I do not need that. I do not need that. So it's a bit hard to show off the boss fight there. So Okay, so those are going down in popularity, so I will just sell those. Same with these. The rest I will keep, they're good. So with each floor the difficulty increases a bit, but the floor drastically becomes bigger. And there are more enemies. Why didn't you stack? So you can get over gaps quite easily by... Okay, so you're worthless. You can get over gaps quite easily by just dodge rolling over them. You can also destroy pots that may sometimes contain items. I found some really rare items inside them, like books and things. Or for the most part they're just empty. So I want to try and get through... Oh god. Okay, so... nothing really good there. Oh hey, we found the boss. So there's also scrolls here that says things like it feels like we're fighting an invisible enemy. Every time a room is left empty of people, it seems to vanish, replaced by another chamber that has already been ransacked. Also, these pools, they will heal you up because in 2 rooms there will be a boss. Okay, so these are a bit tricky, so I will actually use this to kill these. Okay, so oh, whoa. Well, it's a good thing it dropped health potions. I really appreciate that. Why do these not stack? They should stack. Okay, so now I can actually cheat a bit and just go back and heal up. Because the next room will most likely be the boss. Or not. Oh. There we go. These are not worth anything for me, and these are not worth anything, and these are not worth anything. I would like to keep those, and that. I'll just check inside these. Oh. Okay. So let's see if we can get some actual... Is it another mimic? Yes, it is. At least the mimics actually contain good stuff though. Like usually. Okay, so next up is probably the boss. Yes. So yeah, the second boss is a bit harder to fight because he actually becomes invisible. And why don't these stack? Like they should. Anyway, I will just sell them. Do I have anything else worthless? Yes, that. So then you just go deeper into the dungeons. I've not been to floor 3 yet. Oh. And we get a new item. So I wonder what this is. One more item dropped by that strange jelly creature, referring to that monster I talked about. This one's a little more straightforward than the mirror. Similar to our pendants, if given enough gold, we can portal to safety, but this is a big but. The portal remains open after use, meaning one may travel back to the very spot they departed from. Simply amazing, very convenient. For the time being, let's call it the Catalyst. Quick tip, Catalyst requires quite a bit more gold than our pendants. That is actually quite a lot of gold. That is actually quite a lot more gold. So... oh, God. Ow. Okay, so it destroys one artifact in that direction, so I want to specifically place that there so it doesn't do anything. It teleports one item home, so actually what I would like to do then is... if I take this one and teleport that home because it will break. I'm gonna take this one, place it there, take that, do that, put that there, and then take that. Simple. Uh-oh, oops. Okay, so I want to heal up a bit. So this thing is really annoying because you have to hit them from the side or behind. There we go. Okay, so I don't know why stuff randomly doesn't stack anymore. It's weird. So I'll get rid of that. I think that was it. Okay, so those are random. So I would like to teleport that home. I would take that, and do I have anything maxed out that is actually worthless or close to worthless? Not really. I mean, I have tons of potions, so I could do that. Actually, That would get me 4 of them. Then that's more expensive. And no, I'll actually let that be there. So I'll finish this floor. Yeah, we'll finish this floor and oh god. Oh. Okay, so what I would like to do then currently is to take that take those, take that, put that there, move that there. Okay, what can I nullify to stack with something else? Would be that one. So if I take that and do this, I can then stack this over there and stack that one with this, which gives me space to move that there, move that there. Take those, and I will have to actually leave that. Okay, so take that, move that there, The golem volumes are really good. I know these things are very expensive though, so what is more expensive? Okay, so the golem volume are... Okay, so what I want then to replace one golem volume. These stack, so that's good. Powering crystals I can manage without. However, I've used a few potions, so I'll do that. Leave one here. And then move on, and... is it this way? Nope. So now I got to use that one. So here's the dungeon boss. Oh. Oh god. It's a Golem King. There we go. So this is how we probably open a new dungeon then. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a key. So that will open... oh! Oh boy, oh boy. I will take that. I want to take everything. So... wait. Oh, Golem History to... wow, these things are going to be expensive then. There. think that's the most efficient one to go for. I think so. So what I could do then is this to just get most money. I could also do that, actually. Go. I wonder what this is. What is this white thing? Okay. Okay, so this takes me outside, I think. Yeah, to town. This is gonna be a big payday then. Okay, so this lets me open up a new dungeon. Right? So yeah, the character you're playing as is Will. Okay, so I will leave this here. I highly recommend the game. It's currently on Humble Monthly. And if you like roguelike games, where the penalty is not too hard on you, definitely pick up this game. I am not a fan of roguelike games at all. However, this one I find really delightful to play and really fun. And with that, I will actually give this game out of a ranking out of 7.5 out of 10. Like, maybe even an 8, because the game is pretty solid. There are some glitches and bugs here and there, as you saw with the sprites in the inventory when you have upgraded items, but other than that, the game is fine. And I'm really looking forward to the DLC that they have announced. Have a nice day, and if you found the game interesting, pick it up, give it a try. It's honestly worth it.